Hey friends, welcome to Beauty on a Budget, where I feature budget-friendly beauty products and I give you my thoughts and opinions on them. Today we are talking about foundation and I'm going to be reviewing the Maybelline Superstay Active Wear Foundation. This foundation retails for $12.99. It comes in 24 shades. It is described and marketed as being a long-wearing, sweat-proof, oil-resistant, transfer-proof, transfer-resistant, all the things, and wearing up to 30 hours. It is marketed as having a natural matte finish and being very lightweight. So let's give it a try. So I'm gonna put this hair back so that we can really pay attention to the skin. So the shade that I picked up is 129 Medium Beige. I haven't had a chance to swatch this, so I hope that this is the right shade. Okay, so this is what the consistency looks like. It's got a nice thickness to it. I like to show you on the hand, if you see a product slide down pretty quickly, that tells you that it's a thinner, lighter weight consistency. When it kind of just sits in place, then that tells you that it's a little bit of a thicker formula. This is one pump. I'm gonna go ahead and do another pump. Okay, so that's actually a full pump. This is a brand new bottle, so that first pump wasn't quite what representative of a full. So you can see the bottom. I would think that this is enough foundation to cover my face. All right, so let's go ahead and go in. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 106 foundation brush. This is my favorite for foundation. And I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of the product onto the brush. I'm gonna start by kind of lightly pressing onto the skin. I like to be a little conscious when I'm using a new product that I haven't used before and not go in with too much. So I'm just pressing to build coverage. This color is actually perfect for me. So pat on the back for picking up the right drugstore foundation. Sometimes that can be challenging. Even though it has a thicker consistency, it actually does feel and look pretty lightweight on the skin when you first apply it. It gives really great coverage right off the bat. I'm getting good coverage without having to build it much. It almost has like a whipped kind of velvety texture to it. It doesn't really spread out well. I hate to use the word well because that makes it sound like it's not well, like it's bad, but it's not a product. You know how like a serum foundation can spread and have a lot of spreadability, so a little bit you can really spread and work across the face. This doesn't quite have that. So I'm saying that because when it comes to applying it, if you want to spread it and shear it out, you really are going to want to move in larger circles across the face to spread that product out. Okay, this looks really nice. Definitely a natural matte finish. I'm not really seeing any shine or glow. All right, now this is about how much I have left on my hand. I did not use a full pump. I'd say I used about half a pump on my skin. So a few other call outs I want to mention before I go on and do the rest of the face. It is oil-free, it does not clog pores, it's suitable for all skin types, including sensitive skin, and it claims to have up to a 30-hour wear. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup. I will come back on and let you know what I've set the foundation with, and then we'll do a check-in at the end of the day to see how it wore. So now that I have all my makeup on and I've had time to look at my skin in the mirror, I actually really like the way this looks. It reminds me a lot of my two favorite high-end foundations that give a similar finish and feel, which is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation and the Hourglass Soft Ambient Glow Foundation. These both have a natural matte finish. They also, even though they have a natural matte finish, they're very lightweight and they look more natural. I really like the way this looks. It is 12 p.m. I'm gonna check in with you guys in about 5 or 6 hours and we will see final results. So the foundation's been on for about 7.5 hours. Things are looking really, really good. I actually have a little bit of a glow happening right here. It occurred to me that I never set this foundation with a setting powder. I didn't use a loose powder after I applied it. I just went on and applied the rest of my makeup and that was it. It has been a fairly humid day here in Austin, so that might also be the reason for some of the shine, but it's not bad. I did want to hold off and set this on camera so you can see if you go up and touch up how it actually looks. I did make a post in our Facebook group page and I'd had a few people comment that they used to love this foundation, but as I've gotten older, it just looked a little too cakey on them. I also read a comment that someone has really dry skin and it looked too heavy. So I wanted to share that just as another perspective. On me personally, I think this is a pretty beautiful foundation. It's not as mattifying as I expected it to be after a few hours of wear. It definitely has a little more shine than I would say my Dior Matte does or my Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. foundation does. Those two foundations looked very similar to this upon initial application, but after about this amount of time, those tend to wear a little bit better. This did produce a little bit of shine, but nothing bad. I'm actually setting it now with the Say Beauty loose powder, and it's absorbing and cutting down that shine and looks really nice. So my overall thoughts on this foundation is I like it. I would definitely recommend this foundation. I don't think it's necessarily as great as my Dior and my Hourglass are over the course of a full day. I think that first initial application, it definitely looks very comparable and very similar, but it doesn't quite wear as well. I got a little bit more of a shine, but overall I would rate this foundation probably like a 7.5 or an 8 out of a 10. It's really good, and for the price point of basically $13, I don't really think you can beat it. So those are my thoughts. Let me know if you've tried this foundation and what you think about it.